How is it going everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Great Balls of Fire 2017 pay-per-view. Of course, Great Balls of Fire was a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event that took place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view. And overall, my thoughts on the show, I thought it was a damn good show, honestly. I know a lot of people didn't like the outcome of the main event or just how the main event went in general, considering how short it was. But you know what? Honestly, what more should we have expected from that main event? I know we all in our minds had this, figment of imagination that this match would be, amazing. These two just go out there and kill each other, and they kind of did. But definitely wasn't in the this time span, or it wasn't the physicality as much as we were all hoping. But in reality, what more did you expect from the main event, honestly? But besides that, I felt like it was a great show for the most part. I felt like you had a handful of great matches. The undercard as well was pretty damn good. And honestly, there wasn't anything bad on the show, I thought, besides maybe one match that wasn't really a match. It was more of a segment, but. Yeah, nothing bad in the show, in my opinion, and I thought it was a damn good show. So, Great Balls of Fire gets 2 thumbs up for me, honestly. Of course, before the main show started, we had the 1-hour kickoff show prior to the pay-per-view, which featured the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Neville versus Akira Tozawa. That was a fun match. I enjoyed that. Neville was very, dominant in the beginning of the match. Akira Tozawa would have his nice fire comeback. It was some dives to the outside. The diving headbutts to the outside just look absolutely vicious, by the way. Neville worked on the neck and the back of Akira Tozawa throughout the match. And he was just great. Smooth transition from Akira Tozawa when he did a slingshot. Neville caught him into a fireman's carry, but Tozawa slowly countered into an octopus hold. I thought that was a great counter right there. Ending was very anticlimactic. Tozawa was on the middle rope after Neville threw him on there. Kicked the top rope, so Tozawa fell over. Gave him a spinning heel kick to the groin, and then 1, 2, 3 victory. So very anticlimactic ending, but it was a fun match nonetheless. Neville retains as expected, so. That was good. Then we go to the main show, which opened up with Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. I thought this was a good opener. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good from these two in this match, but they actually surprised me and put on a pretty decent, or a pretty fun opener, I thought. Bray Wyatt was very dominant. I was very surprised at how dominant Bray Wyatt was. Usually in his matches, he's not really that, aggressive, but he definitely showcased more aggression here and was very dominant. Any kind of offense Seth Rollins would get, he immediately countered it with a counter, and just, take over Seth Rollins. They brawled to the outside where he threw Seth Rollins to the steps and really took over. Seth Rollins had to come back, which is, he gave his normal offensive maneuvers. 3 tope asocias to the outside. Hit a blockbuster, Falcon Arrow. The usual Seth Rollins fiery comeback. Then, of course, Seth Rollins just trying to bring Bray Wyatt back into the ring through the ropes. Bray Wyatt hit him with a thumb to the eye, rolls back in the ring. Sister Abigail for the 1, 2, 3 victory. So Bray Wyatt defeats Seth Rollins in the opening match. Very surprised that Seth Rollins lost. Definitely wasn't expecting Bray Wyatt to get the win. But nonetheless, it was good. Like I said, Bray Wyatt was very aggressive and probably had one of his best showings in WWE so far, honestly. Because, I don't think he's really looked as well as he did in this match. He's had better matches, obviously, but, performance-wise, is probably one of his best performances, honestly, from him. So, yeah, good opener. I enjoyed Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. From there, I'm going to go to Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. Enzo comes out, cuts about a 5-minute promo on Big Cass. Nothing we haven't heard already. Big Cass, or Big Ass, I should call him, considering he blocked the C in his Titantron when he was coming out, which I thought was hilarious. All this was Big Cass throwing Enzo around for 5 minutes, followed by a big boot for the win. So, Big Cass, it would have been more effective if they just would have had him squash Enzo in about 2 minutes, or less than that, honestly. It should have just been a big boot from the start, and that's it. But, yeah, they just had Big Cass throw Enzo around. He actually threw Enzo on the outside, which looked pretty vicious. That was a nasty line on Enzo's part. But, yeah, nothing more to talk about there. Big Cass gets a win after just throwing Enzo around. So that was that. And then from there, we go to arguably which was match of the night, the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys. Right from the get-go, Cesaro fakes in that he's legal, runs at Matt, ducks Matt's clothesline. Sheamus hits him with a big bro kick for the 1, 2, 3 victory. Or not the victory, but the first pinfall. 15 seconds in the match. So Hardy Boys immediately are down 0-1. And I gotta say, this Iron Man match was awesome. The flow was consistent. There wasn't one part of the match where, usually in these type of matches where you have a time limit, you get something like on a rest hold because they're going 30 minutes. But this match was consistent. The action was consistently going. There wasn't a part of this match where it felt like they're taking a break and not really doing much. It was consistent work from both teams, especially Cesaro and Sheamus. This was probably their best performance they've had as a tag team to date. I thought their consistency, I thought their continuity, there we go, was just superb. Like, everything they were doing was absolutely spectacular. They'd isolate Jeff Hardy from Matt Hardy, and then any kind of urgency that one would have that Jeff was going to get any kind of time to tag in Matt. One would immediately run around the corner and pull Matt down, so Jeff would get the tag, and vice versa. If Matt was trying to get the tag, wanted to run over and pull Jeff down. I just thought their teamwork in this match was just on par, and it was just unparalleled, and just the heel tactics they were doing, and just every little thing about their teamwork in this match I thought was great. They definitely were, just pretty much dominating the Hardys throughout the entire match. Sheamus got the second fall for his team about 10 minutes in. When they went for the tantrum, Sheamus had Jeff Hardy in the white noise, and Cesaro kind of jumped off and gave like a inverted DDT kind of. So that was the second fall. So they're up 2-0 for Sheamus and Cesaro. Jeff Hardy got the pinfall for his team once Matt Hardy was able to flip him. Jeff Hardy was able to cross down and hold his legs down for the 1-2-3. So Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are on the board. It's now 2-1. But then Brawl on the outside. Sheamus just throws Matt Hardy into the post. Matt Hardy gets counted out, so Sheamus and Cesaro are now up 3-1. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy just scrambling and trying to get some pinfalls because time's running out at this point. Beautiful thing where they hit the poetry motion, the Hardy Boys, followed by Matt Hardy hitting a side effect, followed by a twist of fate on Cesaro for the 1-2-3 victory. I keep saying 1-2-3 victory, 1-2-3 pinfall. Therefore, it's now 3-2. And then Matt Hardy ended up pinning Sheamus with a twist of fate off the top rope, which looked absolutely painful, by the way, to pin Sheamus for the 1-2-3. So it's now tied 3-3 with about 2 minutes left in the match. The ending stretch, I should say, was just absolutely awesome. The crowd was red hot. They were just going all out. Just full fire right there from both teams. It was an amazing exchange. And that's usually what you get in these kinds of matches. The first probably, like, in this case, 30 minutes. The first 25 minutes usually is about, nothing. But the last 5 minutes is usually the most important of these matches. And that's exactly what they showcased here. I absolutely love the ending as well. Matt Hardy hit a twist of fate on Sheamus. Jeff Hardy hit a swanton on Sheamus, but Cesaro was a legal man. Cesaro slides and just running crossbodies Jeff Hardy into a roll-up for the 1-2-3. So Cesaro and Sheamus are up 4-3 with 20 seconds left. Cesaro is basically just running away from the Hardy Boys. And match ends with Jeff Hardy trying to pin Cesaro with seconds left, but the time runs out. So Cesaro and Sheamus retain the tag team titles. Like I said, awesome Iron Man match. Like I said, it's absolutely consistent, not one break, and it kind of just flew by. And the ending, and the final stretch was just awesome. So definitely was a great match there. Definitely was a great blow off for this feud as well. So, and Matt Hardy was just busting blood all over the place. By the way, he was bleeding pretty bad. But awesome match there. Speaking of awesome, we had the Raw Women's Championship match: Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. This was just an all-out fight, and that's exactly what I expected this match to be. Both of them are just scrapping it. As Michael Cole said on commentary, these two are scrapping, and that's exactly what they did. Alexa Bliss was trying to, dominate Sasha Banks, but Sasha Banks was just very dominant, countering everything Alexa Bliss threw at her, was very just throwing Alexa Bliss around, and Alexa Bliss, of course, played the arm thing she did with Becky Lynch at TLC, I believe, where her arm was, like, inverted, so it looked completely broken, and she took that to advantage and just knocked Sasha Banks the fuck out, and, it just became a straight-up brawl from that point on. Both women just throwing everything they had at each other. Sasha Banks liking the bank statement, and then, Alexa Bliss going to the ropes. Alexa Bliss hitting Twisted Bliss, which was a nasty landing because Sasha Banks put her knees up, and the way she hit it was just, made me cringe watching that. But, these two just went out there, like I said, had a brawl, and just it was everything you needed to be, and this is by far the best women's title match. A Raw Women's title match probably all year so far. I don't think there's been a better Raw Women's title match. Maybe Bayley and Charlotte when Bayley won the Raw Women's title for the first time. But this by far was, one of the better matches and arguably the best Raw Women's title match this year so far. But just tons of fun. Like I said, it's a straight brawl. Sasha Banks had the bank statement in. Alexa Bliss got the ropes. Alexa Bliss rolled out and got counted out. So Alexa Bliss loses the match via count out. And a lot of people didn't like the count out ending, but it made for an awesome brawl afterwards because both women brawled on the stage, throwing each other into the Tron, brawled into the announce table where Sasha Banks actually hit her jumping knees off the commentary table onto the ground, onto Alexa Bliss, which was an awesome spot, I thought. So, great, aftermath as well with a great match. So, can't really complain too much. We're in for a rematch, which I'm excited about because hopefully they can put on, an equally as good, if not better match than this one. So, I'm excited for the rematch. But yeah, great match, and I thought the ending was good. From there, I'm going to the Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, or challenging The Miz. This was fine. It was just it was the way it was positioned on the card. It was hard to care about it, honestly, and I didn't have interest in it as much as I love these two, especially their matches. I just had no interest in it. You basically had Ambrose brawling with Miz and then Miz Taraj the entire time. Miz worked on the left knee a little bit, tried to lock into the figure four. Ambrose had a nice fiery comeback. Miz Taraj got involved, so did Maurice, and then Bo Dallas decked Dean Ambrose. Miz's skull crusher finale for the 1-2-3 victory. So Miz retains Intercontinental title, like I said. It was just the way it's positioned. It was just you couldn't care about this match even if you tried. So hate to say it with those two, but I didn't care for this match. I didn't think it was that good at all either. It was kind of like a meh match. So Miz retains. That's all she wrote. And from there, I'm going to which is also arguably match of the night, the ambulance match, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. This was fucking awesome. Right from the get-go, Braun Strowman's throwing Roman Reigns around, very dominant, just throwing Roman Reigns left and right. Roman Reigns with upper hand, would slide out of it, hit his, baseball slide on the apron, he threw Braun Strowman into the post, started working on Braun Strowman's arm, the injured arm, takes a steel chair and starts whacking Braun Strowman's arm, and this spot made me mark out. Braun Strowman's no selling these chair shots to the arm. And then Braun Strowman just goes, hit me, bitch, hit me, you son of a bitch. And that was just the way he said it and the way his facial expression he was making, and just the moment it was, that was awesome. But yeah, they brawl into the stage, get closer to the ambulance. They brawl on the stage for a little bit, throwing each other into the Tron. Braun Strowman used the stretcher itself. Or he pulled the stretcher out and used the backboard against Roman Reigns. Would just beat the hell out of him with that. Roman Reigns would throw Braun Strowman through the stage, or through the Tron, I should say. Threw him right through that. Hit some Superman punches. Tried to set up the spear a few times, but Braun Strowman would counter it into. Well, he didn't counter it, but he'd pull him up into the power slam position, but Reigns would get out of it. Threw Roman Reigns into the ambulance again, which I marked out for once again. They'd brawl back near the ambulance. Roman Reigns would hit him with one of the lights that sit on ringside. He actually ended up hitting him with the lights and set up for the spear. The door was open. Braun Strowman was running from the ambulance. Roman Reigns set up for the spear. As he went for the spear, Braun Strowman moves out of the way. Roman Reigns flies into the ambulance. Braun Strowman shuts both doors, and Braun Strowman is your winner. Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns has been by far the best rivalry in WWE this year. These two just go out there and kill each other every single time, and that's what it was here. These two just beat the shit out of each other for about 15 minutes, and it was absolutely awesome. And the finish was so awesome, and the aftermath was even better. So Braun Strowman wins. Roman Reigns is mad. Spears Braun Strowman out of the ambulance. He opens the door and just jumps and spears the shit out of Braun Strowman. Awesome spot there. And throws Braun Strowman in the ambulance. Books it in the ambulance, and he just backs up, reverses into the wall. This destroys the back of the ambulance. Roman Reigns is limping out of there. Kurt Angle's reactions tells it all. He's just like, what the fuck just happened? And then, of course, everyone's running up trying to open the door to get Braun Strowman out. As this is happening, they have a split screen because all of a sudden they have an impromptu match between Curt Hawkins and Heath Slater for whatever reason, I don't know. I guess so the crowd wasn't bored with just watching the screen for about 5 minutes or whatever. I don't know what the deal was. They have a match. I'll tell you how this match went. They showed about a minute of it. The bell rang as they were focusing on the Braun Strowman situation. So you didn't see the finish of the match. So I don't even know what happened. But Heath Slater won from what I heard in the announcement. But yeah, they're doing everything to pull Braun Strowman out. Eventually they open the door. Braun Strowman's all bloodied up. He's bleeding. He's got cuts. His arms got cuts. He's bleeding everywhere. And Braun Strowman, being the fucking monster that he is, refusing medical attention, and he just walks off. This dude's bleeding everywhere. He's covered in blood, and he just walks off. He's refusing everyone. He's like, get away from me. I'm not dealing with this. I'm out of here. And just walks off. That was so fucking badass. I can't even describe you how awesome that was. Braun Strowman is a fucking savage. He is the man, and I love Braun Strowman. If you would have told me I would have loved Braun Strowman in 2015, I would have fucking slapped you and called you an idiot. But Braun Strowman is awesome. The match with Roman Reigns tonight was awesome, and the aftermatch was even better than the match itself, honestly. It was awesome, and I want to see another match between two of these two. I want to see something where, whether it's Hell in a Cell, whether it's, Last Man Standing, I don't care. I want to see another match between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and yeah, that was just, like I said, arguably match of the night. Awesome match. Great aftermath as well, so very happy how that went. And then we go to the main event, which was for the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar defending against Samoa Joe. Now, this is the match everyone's mad about. Everyone didn't like the way it ended, didn't like the way it went. Honestly, I thought for what it was good. before the bell rings, Samoa Joe immediately attacks Brock Lesnar, throws him to the barricade, hits a Uranage through the announce table. We're thinking Samoa Joe's has a chance of winning it. Lesnar goes back to the ring. The bell rings. Joe's just absolutely destroying Lesnar, trying to lock into a Akira clutch, but Lesnar slides out of it. Takes Joe to Suplex City. It's a handful of suplexes. Goes for another one. Joe slips out of it. Joe, hits another Uranage for a nice near fall. Joe's just, decimating Lesnar, trying everything he can to lock into Akira clutch, but Lesnar somehow not getting into it. Takes him to Suplex City again. Joe gets upper hand once again on him, but this time when Joe goes for Kokia clutch, Lesnar picks him up into an F5, hits it, 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar retains the Universal Championship in about 6 minutes. So, very short match, but honestly, what we got, the way Samoa Joe looked compared to past Lesnar matches like this, Samoa Joe looked great. He was posed as a threat. Heyman at ringside was screaming scared for Lesnar the entire time, which I thought sold it great. And, the way Joe attacked him before the match, the way he was countering Brock and, taking Brock down, the facial expressions Brock was making to sell what he's doing, I thought it all looked good. I thought Samoa Joe looked great. I know he lost in a matter of 6 minutes. I know he lost after one F5. I know that was a big deal to a lot of people, is the fact that he lost after one F5. Which, to me, if they want to make it a dominating maneuver again, I'm all for it. Just don't have Roman Reigns kick out of it 6 times, which they're probably going to do because at WrestleMania, I believe he got hit with it like 4 or 5 times at WrestleMania 31, and it didn't keep him down. So if they want to make the F5 a devastating maneuver again, I'm all for it. But if it's just a one-time thing where it's not going to mean anything in the next few matches with Roman Reigns, then I don't see what purpose or what good that finish did. But yeah, I mean, for what we got, I enjoyed it. I thought, like I said, for the most part, Joe looked good. He looked dominant. I know people are probably like, no, he didn't. He lost in 6 minutes. But watch that match. He controlled majority of that match. And, Lesnar, it was a handful of times where we thought Lesnar was going to lose. So, even though I wanted, a 15 to 20 minute match, which I don't know what the fuck they have to pay Brock Lesnar to get that out of him. But even though I would have preferred to see that and just them being shit out of each other for 15, 20 minutes, I thought what they did in the 6 minutes they got was good. And I'm not going to complain about that. But, I really wish Lesnar would just fucking work longer than 5 minutes, because you watch his matches from 2014, or more specifically 2015, where he's going at it for 15, 20 minutes with everyone he's facing. That was great stuff. When Lesnar goes out there and puts on quality matches, it's good shit. But even though these matches are still good, these 5-minute matches we're getting, it's just like, come on, it's not pleasing enough. It's not filling me. I'm not getting my fix, is what I'm trying to say when I'm getting these 5-minute matches. But yeah, I just hope maybe one day we can get a rematch where they actually go 10 minutes, but I wouldn't bet on it. But yeah, for what it was, I thought Lesnar and Joe was good, but definitely should have been way better. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Like I said, I thought overall Great Balls of Fire for the first pay-per-view. I thought it was really good. Like I said, the Iron Man match was awesome. The ambulance match was awesome. The Raw Women's title match was great. The main event could have been better, but for what it was good. And the rest of the card was fine. So, honestly, no complaints from me about Great Balls of Fire. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like below. In the comment section, if you guys would like, please go ahead and feel free to leave your guys' thoughts, opinions, pretty much whatever about Great Balls of Fire in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.